Okay, let's go back to our Superstore data. Okay, and let's prepare a text table. Okay, so that way you'll be able to see what happens to these formats. Of course, the format information of how you set format is independent of what type of visual you have. It's a common. It's the same thing for everything. Right? So I'm going to prepare a fairly straightforward table. So product category and product subcategory. All right, and then we'll do measure names in columns, okay, measure values in text. So that way you have a table of measure values, and let's say we don't want the whole thing. Let's filter some of them out. All right. So edit filter, and let's say that we want only sales and profit. Okay. So we want only those two. Okay. So let's go ahead and add title, sales by category and subcategory. Okay. And let's also add totals, so we'll see how the totals show up. So there is no row total because these are different, each column gives a different value, and then we'll do subtotals. Okay. Now we know how to control the format for these numbers. Okay. But what we want to do is to take a look at all of these different possibilities. Okay. So now workbook, if you select workbook, then you can set the default format for the entire workbook, okay, for all the sheets, or for a particular sheet. So here the first one is for all. So you can go and select a format. Okay, suppose if I select blue and the whole thing is blue, I want something crazy like that, then everything is that color, and you can change the font you want, okay, and size. So that's that. Okay. So now worksheet. This is for this particular worksheet. So again, you can change the font size so that everything would change. On bold. Okay, for the workbook. So this bolds just the subtotals. One different color. Tooltip, okay, we did tooltip just a little bit ago. So you can control the default. So these are defaults. You can always override the default when you get into a particular font or format. Okay. So tooltip format. So worksheet title. So that will be that worksheet title. Okay, so change that to change color. Kind of stuff, so that will be for worksheet title, and if you go to the next one, you see the worksheet title here also is automatically changed because it's for the workbook. So all the worksheet titles will be that. Okay. Dashboard titles, storyline titles. Okay. So these are the default formats for the workbook. and then if you get to font, and this we have seen many times, right? So here you can select the field that you want. Select here you want field, profit. You want profit to be a particular font, and okay. So product category. You want product. Okay, so that's your header. There is no pane for product category, so you can change that. And if you want to go to product subcategory and change the format there, so all the subcategories change. Okay. You want the total to be different, like that. So you do the formats for font like that. Font alignment, shading, borders, these are all for these. And then there is one thing, and then these are for reference lines. Okay, we have done all of this before. Let's see, shading. Okay, shading, you can control row banding, okay, by selecting a different color for row banding, like that. If you want, if you prefer a different color for row banding, header. Okay, so the header color, the background will change like that. So there are lots of options here for under formatting, and you need to experiment with it, okay, and discover what are the options that are available, and use them sparingly and intelligently, and make sure that you don't overdo it, because you can overdo it and mess everything up. And you want the idea is to grab attention where you want to grab attention and not overdo it.